Reason I love coming to Brazil because there's so much opportunity around education. And at Rovio, besides making Angry Birds, so I'm sure some of you played the game. And by the way, it's okay to play the game while I talk. I don't mind at all. So it's perfectly fine. But yeah, if you look at Angry Birds, where it all started. So it all started actually 11th of December 2009. So a little bit over 4 years ago, when we released the original Angry Birds game. And if we fast forward to today, we now have over 2 billion copies of the game out there. So that makes Angry Birds the most distributed piece of entertainment content ever. So it's bigger than anything in games, anything in music, video, anything. And that's allowed us to build a brand that is very, very well known. 9 out of 10 Americans know the brand. 93% of the Chinese population knows the brand, everybody in Korea, and quite a few people here in Brazil as well. So we kind of like very early realized that our characters really engage people of all ages. And then being from Finland, and looking at the schools there, we have some of the best schools on the planet. And I think that actually, if you look at Finland, so that's kind of like where we're from, where we're headquartered. We're only 5 million people, but we've given the world things like Linux, MySQL, Nokia, Angry Birds. So we've done a bit of a contribution, to the world economy through that. But it's only 5 million people, and I think that one reason for all of this is actually the fantastic education. So that's really kind of like why it's so exciting to look at the opportunities in Brazil. I mean, there's a lot more people here, and if we can raise the level of education, fantastic things can happen. So that's again kind of like where we're starting from. So 3 years ago, or actually over 3 years ago now, we hired some people from the education sector. So some people that been in publishing of educational material. We hired some teachers, some pedagogues, and we started working and investing into Angry Birds fun learning. So we actually took the Finnish curriculum. So we worked with the Finnish National Board of Education. We took the Finnish curriculum and we built the whole thing. We mixed it up with Angry Birds and ended up with Angry Birds fun learning. And kind of like the first product that, or set of products that we started rolling out is something we call the Angry Birds Playground. So it's built on our Angry Birds fun learning method. So we created our own learning method, and we worked with universities. So we've done academic research. We tested this method and the approach on kids in Finland and Singapore. And we've been able to prove that we can deliver better results when we make learning fun. And of course, that's something that should be pretty obvious. I mean, anybody with kids knows that kids learn through play. And then if you make learning fun, of course, the results will be better than, if you have a choice of like boring learning and fun learning, it's pretty obvious what all of us will select. And of course, having made Angry Birds and gotten a few games out there, we think that we know a little bit about fun, and maybe also more importantly, we know a little bit about addiction. So we want to turn learning into a healthy addiction. We want to make kids addicted to learning. So that's kind of like what we're out to do. And also when we kind of like looked at education across the world, we saw lots of opportunity to make it better. And I have 2 kids myself, now 9 and 10, and they have very short school days, so they go to school like in 9 or sometimes 8 in the morning, so it varies. But then they get home typically early in the afternoon. They have hardly any homework. They have long holidays, but we still deliver results that are comparable or better to South Korea, Japan, all the Asian countries that are always up there kind of like in the PISA and other studies where you compare learning results around the world. So we wanted to take that model, so kind of like the anti-Tiger Mom model, if you will, where kids have school and a life, not just school and school. So create a healthy balance, and that's actually the starting point for our kind of like Angry Birds Fun Learning program. But we been kind of like moving fairly slow, if you will. So it has taken us 3 years to build the full curriculum. So we have everything from math to music to coding in there. And we start with early years. So it's Angry Birds Fun Learning for 3 to 6 year olds. And we started rolling the program out end of last year. And we started in China. So we trained the first teachers in Shanghai, in Beijing, in Chengdu. And there are 19 million teachers in China, so it's going to take us a few years to train all of them, but that's the plan, so we'll do that. But the teacher training is actually super, super important. So we always start by training the teachers. So we have a partnership with several universities around the world. So we started with the University of Helsinki. We're now starting collaboration with the Federal University of Rio and Beijing Normal University. So we're constantly adding more university partners to do the teacher training together with us. And so teacher training is absolutely key. Our teacher manual for the Angry Birds Playground is over 850 pages. So that's why it took us like 3 years to build the full curriculum. And also what's important, okay, you know us for the games. We actually, yes, we make learning games, but we didn't stop there. We make digital and physical games. We also make books, so we have more than 200 books in over 40 languages. We also built learning environments, both digital and physical. So you can actually deliver the Angry Birds Playground program without any technology. So it doesn't require, every kid to have a tablet or whatever. Of course, we can make it more efficient by using technology, but it's not about the technology. It's more about making learning fun, the whole method, how that happens. So that's kind of like where we started. And it really is the full curriculum. So we cover everything in kind of like early years education. We intend to expand to all ages. We already started to do some programs, for example, around coding. So we worked with code.org end of last year. We introduced over 30 million kids to coding during the Hour of Code. So there's this week of coding in the US, and had people like Mark Zuckerberg and Bill Gates and Obama and all these guys endorsing coding. So we managed to get over 30 million kids in America introduced to coding in a very, very short period of time. So we're also getting involved in those kind of projects, and we're going to do the same all over the planet. So again, working with some of the best partners. Some other partners that we're working with in the Angry Birds Fun Learning program, we're working with NASA. So we're just about to publish a new alphabet book, so the astronauts' alphabet that we've done together with NASA. We're also working with National Geographic, so we published almost 20 books together with National Geographic already. We're working with CERN, so we're going to teach 8-year-old kids quantum physics, because we thought that would be a fun thing to do. And all of you know that physics is a lot of fun. Maybe you don't know that, but we're actually making physics fun as well. We wrote a book together with Rhett Allen, who is a professor in Louisiana, where we actually introduce everyday physics phenomenon to young kids, and we're actually making physics fun, so it can be done. So as I said, we want to make all learning fun. And if you look at what we're up to at Rovio, we're really a triple E company nowadays. So we are active in all areas of entertainment, so that's the first E. We're also doing education at massive scale, and we're applying entrepreneurship to everything we do. So what we are going to do around education is similar to what we've done with Angry Birds. So if we can get 2 billion games out there in less than 4 years, we figured that, okay, how difficult can it be to transform education globally? So we are a bit crazy like that, but we're not afraid of like setting very ambitious goals and taking on some very big challenges. So we're on a mission to give the world education. Thanks.